I hope you're feeling amazing. Today is going to be a very quick episode, just giving you a quick little update and doing a really quick Q&A. So if you're ready, let's get started. So, first of all, just want to let you know that I've been feeling great. A couple things are going on in my personal life. One of the first things that you guys may have noticed is that the podcast logo and the visuals of the podcast have changed. I had originally changed them in the beginning of the year, but I wasn't really happy with it. I felt like it was too much and I really needed to hone down on it. So I ended up changing it, and now, as you know, the logo has changed and the colorings have changed. They had already been really set in stone with the visuals of the video podcast, but not really with the logo. So I ended up honing in a little more and getting that done. For those that also have been following my life, I am in college, so things have been a little hectic. I've been struggling a little bit with a couple of things, so time has been one of my main issues right now, like time management. My weeks are a little fuller. I am with more things to do, more things to study and to hone in. So, right now, my biggest struggle is definitely time management. And that's something that I really, really need to work on until the end of the month so that I create a balance so that I'm not overtaking too much or not using my time the right way. So, that's definitely a thing that I'm really focusing on. In terms of a milestone, also for those that are aware, I am currently going through the process for bariatric surgery. And just now, I got all the green lights from all the doctor specialists, and I'm waiting for my surgery consult. So that will be the next step for anyone that doesn't know that is happening. And I will definitely share my journey as I go along with it, just like I've been doing on my personal Instagram. So let's go on to the Q&A questions. I'm going to be looking right over here for a couple questions that I found. So what's something new you've been working on behind the scenes? Okay, so in terms of something new, let me think. So one of them I just told you, which was the modifications of the logo. I've also been working on modifications of my bedroom actually, because in case you guys don't know, I live with family and I have my own bedroom, but it makes it a little difficult to just change things around. So, what has been happening is that I've been trying to figure out the layout and also new furniture, but that's going to take a while to actually get fully revealed. But you get a little idea that that's going on right now. What else am I working behind the scenes? I'm also trying to figure out a way to do some sort of either college series and kind of take you along for the ride on a typical college week, but that will take a little bit of working arounds. I'm basically doing a weekly vlog type of style, but I've been trying to really understand what can I do and what can't I do in certain locations. I'm not too preoccupied with the gym because they're quite open and they have quite a couple social media people and celebrities in there. So they're used to like having like a camera pointing out at something or even the typical day to day people recording themselves or taking a photo. So I'm not too concerned about plopping a camera for a little bit and recording for a little while because I've done it before. But at school, I only right now feel comfortable outside of classes. Inside of classes, not really. I might do once or twice on a more practical class or a class where like the teacher is more distracted, but I definitely don't want to do it too heavily in there. Um, and then volunteering, it will depend because my volunteering is quite heavy handed when it comes to things that I need to do. So it's really hard for me to just pick up a camera or even pick up my DigiPocket and just start recording because I don't really have the time to do that. But if I do find that I do have moments that are more chill or more relaxed, I will try to maybe pick up and record, even if it's like a minute, to be able to add to the vlog. Okay, next question. What's one lesson you've learned recently that changed your perspective? Okay. What's one lesson you've learned recently that changed your perspective? Let me think. That's a really interesting question. Um, that I've learned recently. I think that one thing that I have honed in, I'm not sure if it's learned, but like honed in, is that I came to realize that I don't need to learn like everyone else learns. When you're in college, the teachers basically just dump the information on you. And then you do of that information what you want. You can turn it fully textbook style. You can do all kinds of methods. You can go visual. You can go mind maps. And for me, I came to realize that I'm very much a repetition visual learner. I learn 10 times better when I'm actually seeing the image, the representation of it, or a mind map of it. Meanwhile, if you give me just a block of text, my mind just turns off. So I think the one thing that I've learned that has changed my perspective is I was trying to do things the same way as everyone else because I thought that that was the right way to go. Is just to kind of, if they are following it, I should do the same. When in reality, that really, really hurt my brain. I felt like I was constantly lost because I wasn't utilizing the best way that my brain learns. And because I'm dyslexic, I don't mind reading. I love reading. You guys have seen my shelf in the background. It's full of books. I love to read. But for me, reading is a pastime where I take my time and I can take as much time as I want to on a book. Meanwhile, when you're in college and you have deadlines to do and assignments to do and things to do, it makes it really difficult for you to just take your time reading something. And I'm especially feeling it right now with anatomy. Anatomy is a subject that you can go textbook mode or you can go very visual. And I've been going very much on the visual side of things. It's like I need diagrams, I need mind maps, I need images, I need descriptions, and I need to make just small little notes beside just to indicate. And that has definitely been a lesson that I've learned, is that I am very much a visual learner. I'm very much a hands-on type of person. And I had that confirmed to me by a teacher because she was like, you have really good grades in the practicals, but then you get to the exams and you flunk. And the reason for it is because the exams are very much text. You get a question and then like 4 to 5 options. You need to pick one. And no joke, every single question that had an image, 9 times out of 10, I would get it right because I had the visual associated. But anything that was just a block of text, I had it wrong. So I really, really struggled with exam season because of that, because of how much text heavy it was. So yeah, let's hope it goes better in the second semester. And so far, I feel a little bit better ever since I changed my way of studying. Okay, third and final question, because this has to be a very quick episode today. What's next for the podcast? Any exciting episodes or topics coming up? Okay, next for the podcast. As you guys have seen, we are doing video format. We're doing video format for YouTube and Spotify, the other two platforms, which is Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music. They are in audio format. And anything exciting episodes or topics coming up. To be honest, I don't have anything like very heavily planned right now. I've been struggling to get a couple topics, mainly because there's nothing really interesting going on in the wellness industry or in the food industry. I also want to start bringing more scientific based stuff, which makes it be harder because there's more research that needs to go into it. When I did my food, when I did the transformation series, the food one was very heavy when it came to anything like scientific, and it took me a long time to edit and it took me a long time to like prepare. I definitely used up the whole week. It was like I recorded in the beginning of the week and I finished editing literally on the previous day. So it took me quite a while. It was definitely a hard work, that one. I mean, anything that I want to talk about. I mean, I want to talk about all kinds of things from the spirituality community. I want to talk about myths that are currently going on in the wellness. I also want to do a plastic surgery and all kinds of things like that. Basically, the mentality that goes into it, how you should think when you're trying to get some sort of aesthetic or plastic surgery, because there's a very heaviness when it comes to the mental side of that thought. I also want to um, bring an episode where I talk about my perspective as a nutrition student going into a field that in certain countries is not really seen as important. And probably anything wellness, anything that pops up that I see that is like getting a little viral or getting a little bit of traction, I kind of write it down. Right now, a really big thing that is going on is the soft life movement. That's probably something I'll talk relatively soon. Is definitely that whole soft girl, soft life type of situation versus the whole hustle culture. Very much the movement of women looking for stability from a male counterpart to settle down and stop working and just be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife. There's very much the movement for that that has been bubbling on social media, and that's definitely something I want to talk about, not only about the pros and the cons, but also the thought process that may come from it, and kind of give a little bit of a scientific basis for all the topics. So that's definitely a couple things that are going on. And that's it. It was a very, very quick video because I definitely have no time. It has been a pleasure to do this podcast so far. I've been having a lot of fun. I feel like you guys have been seeing me with less and less makeup right now because I have no makeup on right now. I literally sat down in front of my window and turned this all on. And I'm probably going to edit this in like 20 to 30 minutes and post it as quickly as I humanly can before it actually hits the time they're supposed to receive this. But sometimes there are days like that, and I wanted to just have a more chill episode. So, yeah, I hope to see you next time, and I see you next week. Bye bye.